I'm live, but why aren't we seeing my image? Deb, can you see me? Hi, Debbie. Can you see me, Deb? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Okay, so June 25th, 1970, DOB, DOD, 19, 20, 24. Oh, okay. Thank you, Deb. Give me 1 second. Let me just catch up with the numerology aspect of it. I did the astrology, so I don't have to worry about it. Thank you. Oh, hang on. Come on. All right, there we go. Okay. Russell. Mullins. Okay, so that's going to be 18, 20, 25, 7. Okay, so 9, 10, 15, 16, 19, 22, 22, 25, 37, 10, 15, 19, 19, 20, 22, 25, 28. This one is 6. Oh, this is very fated. I mean, did you know you have members only? Yeah, I do because I made it like for public, but I didn't want the public to be able to, I don't know whether I should change it. What do you think? Do you think I should change it? Let me know if you think I should change it. What is this other guy's name? Do you think maybe I should let others chat too, right? Let me know. What do you think? I can still edit it. I don't know. Okay, let's get started with this. I want to get, what is the fellow's name? I don't know if I have it. The sheriff's name? The sheriff, what is that sheriff's name? Let me, see. Sheriff's Motors. I just need his name. What is his name? What is the sheriff's name? Sheriff Mickey something. Sean Mickey Steins. Yeah, hang on. SHA Sean Mickey Steins. And I think we found his date of birth also, right? We found, I think I found his date of birth to be, let me see. Yeah, that's a sheriff. November 30th, 1980. I'm almost there. I'm almost done. We'll give it a couple more minutes for people to join. And then we can get on with it. Sean. Mickey. Y Steins. Yes, okay, that shouldn't be a difficult thing. 16, 26, that would be 8. So let's see, 10 plus 18, 28, 29, 30, right? 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5, 16, would be 7. Oh, okay. 11 plus 3. Yeah, all right, we're all set. Let's go. How interesting. So, when I go back to the list of my astrology charts, I think it's in the, oh my god, I gotta clear out some of these, the number of, okay, let's go look at the judge's chart. So, for him, he is a sun in Cancer, right? Sun in Cancer, Moon in Pisces, Mercury in Gemini, Venus and Leo, and Mars in Cancer. This guy is a freaking psycho. Well, case in point, we all know about that now and the mischief he was up to, right? Using his position for nefarious activities. So this guy is Sun in Sag, Moon in Virgo, Mercury. Actually, Venus, Mars. Venus and Mercury. Actually, for this guy, for the sheriff, he's going to have a little bit of a reprieve. He's got a little bit of a good luck time for him now, which is very interesting. All right, there we go. So Debbie, Ellen, hello. So I don't know. Should I let the others also be able to comment, or should I keep it just for members only? I don't know what I should do. How about I open it for members only? What do you say? Let's leave it for members only. The others can wait until the video is posted, and because this is supposed to be exclusively for members, right? So I compromise, so let the members be able to comment. And the others can leave, because there's got to be some exclusivity for the members, correct? So this is going to be an interesting one. Okay. So I have Kevin Russell Mullins, that's the judge who was shot by the sheriff. His date of birth is June 25th, 1970. He died on September 19th, 2024. So September 19th is going to be Virgo season. Interesting. Virgo season, huh? And for Mickey Steins, his moon is in Virgo. Interesting information. Let them connect. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can edit. Thank you. See, I always want to make sure, let me see if I can customize that. Customize it. Members, I'm going to say anyone. Okay, let's say save it. There we go. All right. Members only mode is off. Okay, great. Excellent. So you can see me and hear me, correct? If there's an issue, let me know. All right, let's get started. So if you have a problem, because for some reason my image is not showing on the YouTube channel, I don't know why, but I'm seeing it on my camera. So give me 2 thumbs up if you can see and hear me. Okay. So let's get started. So Kevin Russell Mullins is the judge who was, executed. Only one? Oh. So is the video on or not? Oh, we could have some problems there. What do we have? So you can see me as well, or no? You cannot see me. What the heck is going on? Gosh, I hate when this happens. Oh, great, thank you. Letcher County District Judge Kevin R. Mullins. So his issue. Thank you. So thank you. Hi, Connie. So thank you for that confirmation. So he is the one who was shot. There's no denying it. There is, camera, whatever, and the sheriff point blank shot him. We know that visual is there, etc. I'm sure there's some audio also, but I haven't seen the audio, right? Thank you, Ellen. That case has been going on, and let's take a dive and look at what's going on over there. So Kevin Russell Mullins, he was born on June 25th, 1970. He's got Sun in Cancer, Moon in Pisces, Mercury in Gemini, Venus in Leo, and Mars in Cancer. And he died in Virgo season. Now, Sean Mickey Steins, who's the sheriff, his Sun is in Sag, Moon is in Virgo, Mercury and Venus in Scorpio, and his Mars is in Capricorn. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So what caught my attention was this fellow, the judge, he's got Moon in Pisces, and he passed on September 19th. So if he's a Cancerian, the Moon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th house. And 9th house does talk about luck. His 9th house is where the Moon is. Law, new beginnings, conclusions. He actually, I'm going to say, before I even start off, I feel like the judge surprisingly got away with so much for a long period of time. This is not something he started yesterday or day before, like his shenanigans and what he's being accused of. I think this fellow has been up to mischief for quite a while. And sure luck he never got caught. Sure luck. Okay, let's get on with the reading. So let's read for the judge. Cancer and Virgo. So 1, 2, 3. Third house, Virgo, communication, immediate environment. Yeah, he died in Virgo season. And that is his third house. Third house is immediate environment. Yeah, in his office, right? That's your immediate environment. In profession, etc., etc. So it did happen at his place of work. We know that. So let's take a look. Kevin Russell Mullins. We have fire. Let me move that there. Then we have Scorpio. Take this guy, Capricorn. So, well, he wants to come out. We have the Hierophant. Well, clearly, I'm not surprised that car popped out. We have the Death card right under Scorpio, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune against Capricorn. So this is how it should be. I'll show it to you like this so you all know. Contentious. He's had a lot of situations with regards to his work. A lot of 5 energy, which is warring, disagreements, which is just basically confrontational, contentious type of situations at work. That's been going on for a while. I'm going to say for a good 5 years it's been going on. So if he died in 2024, since 2019, I feel like it has escalated for him. Then we move on to Scorpio, and remember the 5 is the, what is 5? 5 is the Hierophant, which talks about institutions, rules, religions, conformity, etc., etc. And that institutions is the government agencies also, which is the legal system. And there's been some drama going on there since 2000. I'm going to go so far as to say 2018, the last part of 2018 and to early 2019. That's when the shenanigans either escalated or like maybe there was some sort of a more chitter chatter about it, communication, people talking about it. Then you have Scorpio, and then you have the death card. Well, the death card is Pluto, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. So this is very interesting. So eighth house, and yeah, it's his eighth house: longevity, death, wills, etc. And he has 4 in his place of what you would consider your home, your second home. Your office is usually your second home, but this is long time in the coming. This should have happened earlier, and I'm not saying that the sheriff should have offed him earlier, but there have been a couple of people who have been like, yeah, this guy's got to go. So I'm surprised it took so long for it to actually happen and the sheriff be the one who actually did what he did. So if he's a Cancerian, let's look at Scorpio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth house. Man, lot of speculation. Look, I'm telling you, any which way you cut it, slice it, dice it, chop it, julienne it, sliver it, grate it. This drama has been going on, escalating since late 2018 to early 2019. That's when it actually started escalating, and it's been going on for a good 5 years until he was offed. A minimum of. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Then we have Capricorn and the Wheel of Fortune. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, we know that very well, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, we know that very well. So if he is a Cancer, Capricorn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th house, partnerships, relationships, contracts, wills, success or failure in contracts, litigation, travel. Man, this is quite interesting. And then that's Sagittarius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house. 6th house is friends and enemies. Y'all, however I look at these cards that are laid out here, to my observation, it says this guy was destined to go. It was his time. It was coming, and he did it to himself. I mean, there is no doubting that. It's whatever allegations they might have against him. I'm going to go so far as to say, yeah, he does have a bit of a streak in him to do some shenanigans. But I'm also going to say, with Moon in Pisces, he could have been a little bit intuitive himself, in the sense that heightened sense of awareness. So I would not be surprised if he was kind of a bit concerned that, he might have been a bit concerned or doubtful or suspicious about certain individuals, may not necessarily be the sheriff, but about certain individuals who he said, they're not on board with me, they're not in the same inside big boys club kind of thing. I got to watch out for these guys. He might have had some sort of an inkling then they could have been an uprising, if you will, or maybe not uprising, that certain people were not going to be in agreement with his ideologies and whatever shenanigans he was up to. Now, I described a particular individual that I saw earlier in the afternoon when I was trying to I really wasn't necessarily focused on channeling, but it just happened. And I described this individual as being a lady, no more than 5'5", maybe a little bit. I'm a woman, I'm not in perfect shape, I don't have the greatest figure in the world, I need to lose weight. So I say this knowing very well my physical attributions are, very, very average. So no shame to anybody. Hey, your body shape is your body shape. But this individual, I would say, is more apple shaped. Okay, that's the best way I can describe. Short kind of curly hair, a shorter neck, and I see her wearing a blue skirt suit. Somehow this person is involved in this, but it's more out of fear that she's keeping her mouth shut. She has a lot of inside information, but out of sheer fear, she's keeping her mouth shut. She's keeping her mouth shut not necessarily because she's in agreement and she condones this behavior or whatever it is that this judge is being accused of, but she's also afraid, and she's like, I'm just going to stay out of this shit. I'm just going to mind my business and get on with my work, take my paycheck and go home. Now, a lot of people might say, you see something, say something, but then again, people fear, people are concerned about their own safety, their livelihoods, whatever, right? Why people don't say or do something, when they see something, I don't know why. So I don't know who this individual is, I don't know what her role is, but it seems like a professional, she's involved in the professional aspect of this. She's not white, she's not of color, but she's got darker skin, so I don't know what her ethnicity is. And really, that shouldn't matter. This is just my way of trying to describe. So, again, these are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. So don't come at me and say, oh, you described a person's whatever, dude. I mean, like, on that note, I'm going to segue into a little something. Y'all, I got an email yesterday, but I didn't see it until this morning, and kind of pissed me off. And then I sat and read it again, and I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Who gives a flip, right? So, I wear a lot of these simple t-shirts, right? I mean, earlier when I used to work and all that stuff, I'd wear professional clothes. And when I'd come home, I would do my videos and stuff like that. So I'm still dressed in my professional clothes. Now I don't go out as much. I work mostly from home. So I'm dressed comfortably, wearing t-shirts and shorts. And I love these white shirts. I couldn't tell you how many of these white shirts I have. I would buy them in bulk. I would wear them every single day. It's these white t-shirts. It's just a plain white. Let me show you. This is too funny though. It's just a plain white t-shirt. There's nothing. And even the couple of t-shirts that I have from, I don't know, Gap or Old Navy or something, it's very, or what is that, Tommy Bahamas or whatever, very, very simple design on it, right? So, whoa, OMG, holy moly, girl, okay, yes. So anyway, this person sends an email. Of course, it's some random email, which is, some Apple ID email or something like that, where you don't know, it's just a series of numbers, and they're hiding their true identity. You don't, what was, I'm not going to go and open my emails. Why do you keep wearing the same clothes? Don't you have any clothes? Are you that poor? That was the email. Now, I can come with receipts, but I'm just not going to show it here because I'm just not. Some of my close friends will get to see it, but I was like, what the hell? What does it matter whether I have clothes, I don't have clothes? I'm wearing clothes. I'm not sitting here doing pictures, doing videos naked, am I? So whatever is your problem, you can go kiss my ass. Like, I really don't give a flip. Are you poor? Oh my God. I mean, is a person's financial standing reflect on the clothes they wear? Maybe if you're in those circles, but how many people in America would love to just wear a white t-shirt and blue jeans or shorts and hang around in it? That was the most stupidest email, like, are you poor? I mean, I'm like, I don't know whether I should say I was offended by that, but it actually, for a second it did, I'll be honest with you, but I was more like tickled, because it's the idiocy, like it shows their lack of intelligence. I was like, whatever. I mean, seriously, let me turn on the fan door. I'm like, whatever, dude, whatever. Dude or dudette, whoever that is, like, I don't care, right? So then today, I was like, I'm going to wear my white t-shirt. Oh, Deb, you're very kind. But I'm like, I'm wearing my white t-shirt. Yeah, I whenever I see these t-shirts of good quality fabric and soft, I just pick up 2, 3, whatever. So anyway, moving on. So that was a little side note. Okay, let's get on with this case. Oh, it got hot. It got hot, baby. Don't fall off. Is this 1 card or 2 cards? Okay, we have King of Wands. Then we have 4 of Coins. Then we have Knight of Wands. Then we have Page of Swords. Wow, this is, see, the fives again. So contentious. Lot of confrontations, lot of drama. Five of Wands. Wow, y'all, seriously, all the fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. Two of Coins. Nine of Wands. Okay. I'm going to take these cards. Is this one card or damn it? Four of Wands. Ace of Cups. These are some beautiful cards. Seven of Wands. And I'm going to take three more. The Fool card. The Star card. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, so going back to Kevin Russell Mullins, he has the 6th house, 9th house, and 12th house that are very, very activated, okay, for him. So when he died, it was all about the 9th house. So yeah, you can, let me just see, 6, 9, and 12. So 6th house, of course, it's a house of friends, it's a house of enemies, and restlessness of mind, mental struggles. It's your health, your poor health, your work, your bad habits at work, your good habits at work. Then the 9th house talks about luck, fortune, discovery, conclusions, that sort of thing. And then you have the 12th house is karma, hidden supports, institutions, things coming around full circle, etc. So he was not necessarily sitting in a good position. And I just want to quickly look up and see when did Saturn move into Pisces? I have this, hang on 1 second. I don't know if it'll go back that far. Yeah, let me do it on my phone because my paperwork, I'm not going to sit and flip papers over here. Saturn, hang on, I want to get the date because that will be relevant here. When did Saturn move into Pisces? Saturn's final chapter in Pisces. Oh, look at this. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So Saturn moved in Pisces. Saturn entered the sign of Pisces on 7th March 2023. Then of course Saturn, like most planets, right, they don't just enter and sit there. Sometimes they sit there, sometimes they move forward, sometimes they regress and they get stationary and they roll on forward, right? March 7, 2023, and Saturn's going to be there until 2026, February 13th. So Saturn was already in Pisces when this drama happened because he died in September and it moved into September of 24, and Saturn moved into Pisces in March 23. So definitely would have affected him because it's his moon sign. I mean, 100%. I mean, this is fated. I'm surprised he didn't go earlier, but in my opinion, this is about to happen. He was not going to have a natural longevity in terms of his lifespan. He was not going to have retire and whatever and then pass like the usual thing. He was not going to have that. This guy was not fated to have that. Moving on here, you have the King of Wands, Four of Coins, Knight of Wands, okay, Page of Swords, Five of Wands. So what this is telling me is there's a lot of behind the scenes control. Peanut Shell says hi. Behind the scenes control, wanting to take control, wanting to take action. Now, granted, he's a judge. Sure, you would think that the judge is sitting in a position where he has to take action and make decisions and all. But giving a verdict is one thing, but actually taking physical action to do something is another thing. And you have Five of Coins. He was in a situation towards the end of his life, but like I said earlier, he was really concerned about watching a couple of people who were in the outer periphery of this whole circle of people who are responsible. It's not just him. There are a bunch of people who are into this drama, and there has been some arguments, and there has been some contention, dissent, disagreements in terms of finances, because this was not just like, I have a what you call bad habit, I have a fetish, I have a whatever, I'm just going to go and source whatever. This is very specifically done to extract money, and we know that, full disclosure, we know that. But it's not just him getting the money. Look, he was also paying people out money. Okay, it wasn't just him getting the money and running off and having a lot of fun. He had to pay people off too. Absolutely, he absolutely had to pay people off. Now, I'm also going to go so far as to say there's somebody in the press who had been investigating this whole thing. I don't know if this makes any sense, but is there anybody with the name? I want to be able to read it properly. Let me blow it up on my camera so I can, because I don't have my magnifying glass. So I do my camera. Okay, there we go. With the initials J and W in either order. J and W. It could be WJ or JW. So there has been somebody who has been doing investigative work. Could be the press, could be the FBI, could be their own internal investigation. They had been watching and monitoring him also for a little bit. So I'm going to go back and say the last year before he died, the intensity has increased. Then you have the page of swords, a lot of conversation, a lot of talk. People knew it. It was like a open, eyes wide shut type of a situation. Like pretty much everybody knew what was going on. And then you have the Five of Wands. So at one point in time, things did escalate. It did escalate pretty badly. And you have the Five of Wands. It's like there were challenges and there were obstacles, and there was a lot of intimidation going on, but not just by him, by his cohorts. They had been intimidating a lot of people too. A lot of intimidation. It's like this group of guys, man, who's like buddies, oh, we sit there sipping brandy and smoking our cigars and stuff like that. But there has been one individual, I don't know if it's the FBI, I don't know if it is the press, I don't know if it's a private investigator, I don't know if it's somebody within, or maybe just an individual who was involved in the who was in the employ of the county, be it in terms of police or the justice system, who had been keeping notes. So somebody had been keeping notes, somebody has been keeping watch about it. Then you have the Two of Coins. So Two of Coins here is very interesting. We have the Five of Wands and then the Two of Coins. So Two of Coins is telling me that there were decisions that had to be made, and the decisions were like, how do we go about doing this? Like, yes, it's going to deplete the resources, it's going to stop the funding, but we have to make a decision with regards to this, and having to stay within the bounds. So I have a feeling he might have offered somebody some money to shut up and sit or be quiet, when the chitter chatter started getting, when the Page of Swords energy started getting a little bit more louder or whatever, he might have said, hey, I'm going to pay you off, you just keep quiet, look the other way. But he did feel that maybe for a little bit I need to stay on the down low, be quiet, and stay within my bounds. But you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is saying at the end of the day, it's like the amount of money coming in, the sheer power, the feeling of being so powerful that nobody can question you. You've gotten away with it for such a long time. That in and unto itself is a drug. So it's like, how do you say it? That makes you, it gives you a high, it makes you forget reality, it makes you forget that, hey dude, that's what happens. When people get greedy is what causes their downfall, right? There you have your Ace of Cups. Somebody had warned him. Somebody had absolutely warned him. And somebody had told him, hey, I'm giving you this opportunity to clean up act, or to mellow down, or to slow down, or to simmer down, or kind of, maybe you need to dial it back a little bit, step back, detach yourself from this situation a little bit, from your shenanigans. But he didn't take heed of it. He's like, nobody can touch me. And then you have the Seven of Wands, and that's when he's like, oh shit, well, maybe I have to, something has transpired in his home environment that made him sit up and say, well, maybe I really need to kind of take a step back. Maybe I really need to watch myself. Maybe I need to hand over, I wouldn't say hand over the responsibility. You know what I'm talking about, the shenanigans he's accused of, right? Basically human trafficking, etc., sex trafficking or whatever. But not so much to hand over the responsibility, but kind of slowly duck out of this whole setup, this ring, this setup, this smoke screen stuff, and kind of for a brief period of time just shift the responsibility to somebody else, shift the say, hey, I need to step back a little, having some problems in the family kind of a situation. And then you have the Fool card. Now the Fool card, as we know, is Uranus, right? So it talks about changes, risk takings, new beginnings. And then you have the Star card, and then the Knight of Swords. So here's where he got caught. So as much as he wanted to, if he wanted to step back and take a break and kind of move on to a new thing, I don't know whether he was looking to get transferred, whether he was looking to take a break. Oh, this is a very odd thing Bernie's doing. Bernie, I don't know if he's slightly dementia setting in, I don't know. So he had some help and some assistance in, okay, when we say help and assistance, is somebody freely helping you, giving you assistance. But in this case, I'm going to say the help and assistance was insisted. Okay, it was forced upon him. Like, you better do this kind of, but in the shape of, oh, I'm just helping you and assisting you. Then you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords does talk about lifestyle changes, etc., etc. I have a feeling that the heat might have been turned on. OMG. Did I not use the word newspaper investigator, right? Blows my mind. Okay, so it was, this help was kind of forced on him to I'm almost like nudging him in a particular direction, and something spooked him, y'all. Something spooked him. He kind of, so there's your validation, Deb. So, okay. Something spooked him because I think the heat was being turned on, and may not necessarily be by the sheriff, but something was cooking and he was getting a little bit spooked. So he should have, but the issue is, even if he heeded the advice, I mean, this fellow has been doing this bullshit for years. I mean, so, at some point in time, the shit was going to hit the fan. I have a feeling he kind of got a little avaricious. He kind of got a little, what's the word? Greedy. Like I said earlier, greed is what basically brings these people down, right? So, let me, all right, let's do this. I have the Moon card, I have that, I'll show you. Y'all, there's a lot more information that's going to come out in the near future. Oh, my shoulders hurt. He has had some drama at home in his personal relationship. I don't know whether he was married or had a girlfriend or whatever. He has had some drama there too. Look, this guy very clearly had intentions of wanting to dial it back and step back a little bit, also because he started getting a little bit spooked, not spooky, spooked. But a lot of intimidation. He has intimidated a lot of people, like verbal threats, and not just verbal threats, but actually just carrying it out. Remember I said King of Wands, and then the Four of Coins, a lot of verbal threats, and Four of Coins you could say, did I say Five of Coins earlier, or did I say Four of Coins? If I said Five of Coins, then I apologize, it's actually Four of Coins. I just want to correct myself. If I said Five of Coins, I apologize, it's Four of Coins. So Five of Coins would indicate, like, you know, financially being a little bit in a strifey situation, but Four of Coins means holding on for dear life, holding on for control, also being a little bit afraid of losing control, insecurities, holding on for dear life, right? So I have a feeling this guy must have been a little bit concerned about that. There's been a lot of money made in this. He has made a lot of money on the side. It's not just what's the word? Oh, I'm going to use those women for sexual favors or whatever. There's full-on human trafficking going on. So money has been exchanged. You know, all the drama has gone on. Absolutely. And I don't know what his connections are, but I'm going to say something here that may come out of the left, and those of you who would like to do investigation and do your investigation and let me know. There's some sort of a connection. This is how I'm surprised at this too. There's some sort of a connection between him and maybe some country, like a South African country, and or somebody who's involved with the whole thing about zoos. Y'all, I know this sounds like something pulled out of my behind, but I'm not. It's what I'm seeing here. So do some research on that. Now, the star card here also tells me some sort of a, I don't know whether it is who the Navy or the Marines, I don't know which one of the two, some sort of assistance coming from somebody who's placed quite high up in one or in either of those organizations. Okay, he did try to squash, stop a lot of the gossip and conversations, but it did not work. So I don't know. So let me see what's on this ring. I can't see that. Anyway, leave that. Let's do this. The number 4. I'm going to pick these up. So the number 4. W as in William. Okay. Then N as in Nancy. Then the number 1. The number 5. Oh, let me hold it properly. The number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 more. The letter M as in Mary. 1 more. The number 1. Okay, see that? So let me type it out for those who want to research and see what this means. So I have 4, W, N, 1, 5, M. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more because I usually pull 7. And V as in Vincent. Okay. So I don't know. So 4WN15MV because I usually pull 7. So okay, not in any specific order, but that could have that. Y'all can figure it out later. I don't know. But Very unfortunate, y'all. People in power, how they abuse their power, it's kind of so pisses me off. It's like he was trying very desperately, like towards the end, not trying, but thinking of, maybe I should just kind of quit and move or get transferred to a different department or do something else or something like that. And he was working on it. He was absolutely working on it. And he has, I don't know if he's married or has a living girlfriend or whatever, but he has had some pressure coming from his significant other too. So there must have been some sort of domestic situation there also. So I'm going to put this away, and then we will get on with, of course, more. I'm not done with this reading for this guy, but we will do some more. You okay, boo boo? Yeah? Okay, lay down. You want to go outside? I'm not going outside, baby. I'll let you out though. Your pops can watch over you while you're outside. Okay, what else do we got? Kevin Russell Mullins. I don't know if Debbie wants to share whatever your findings are on this, Deb. I mean, feel free. Good to see you, Pina Shah. Ellen, Debbie, who else is here? Connie. Okay. There we go. Let's put some more cards for this guy. Four of Swords, okay. Get these guys. Eight of Cups. The Fool card. The Six of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. Well, he brought it on himself. I mean, I have no sympathy for this guy. I have zero sympathy for this judge, whatever the fuck his name is, Kevin Russell Mullins. I have zero sympathy. He brought it on himself. He should have checked out of this whole thing. He should have walked away. He had an opportunity to walk away. Sure, he did wrong. He did a lot of shit. He, misused his power. He trafficked people. He did a lot of bullshit. But he had an opportunity to walk away from it, and he chose not to. Now, towards the end, he might have been thinking about, transferring or doing something just because he wanted to transfer to a different department, different city, different state, different county, or maybe even, resign as a judge but continue in the law thing. He might have thought about it towards the end, but he has had many opportunities to walk away from, these kind of shenanigans. But he chose to be with it because he chose to actively continue to participate. See, initially the way it started was, hey, let's just try this and make a threat and see if it works. And it worked. And then it kept on working. And then it becomes an addiction. And then it becomes like, oh, look at the amount of power I have. And then it kind of starts snowballing. But he did have an opportunity, absolutely did have an opportunity to stop his bullshit. He chose not to. Yes, I did say the initials were J and W, and I did say maybe there was some sort of a news journalist or newspaper person who might have been investigating it, or the FBI or somebody. So thanks for that validation, Deb. Then you have the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Overindulgence, overconfidence in his power, that is what got him into a situation of the Ten of Wands where it was like, this is too much, like I cannot, this is like not necessary. And I think the warning might have come from his significant other. That is what I'm being constantly told, that the significant other was very well aware of significant. I don't know if he was married, he had a girlfriend, live-in mate, whatever, or maybe somebody who was very close to him that had warned him, and he was like, whatever. Knight of Wands. The crest again keeps popping up, and the Four of Coins. Wow, y'all, this is like, see, for some reason, whoever was investigating this case chose not to go big on it right away. They chose to keep quiet. Four of Coins is withholding, insecurities, holding tightly, not wanting to let go. For some reason, that individual or the group of individuals who were investigating chose not to come out with this information when they had the opportunity to. A couple of years ago, they very well had the opportunity to blow it out, and you know, everything would have been, this would have been, and he might have even been alive, because he could have been, you know, sentenced to jail, and he would have been alive. Being alive is better than being dead, isn't it? I mean, at least that's what I think, or not. But am I upset that he died? No, I'm not. I'm not upset that he died. Now, does that mean I condone that people should go about offing people? No, I don't condone it. So just so you know, these are just my observations and my opinions, right? So use your own discretion and your intelligence to draw your own conclusions. And these are allegedly, and this is for entertainment only. So I still feel like I need to get some more information about this doofus McGoofus. Let me see if I can move on to these cards and see what might come out. If nothing comes out of it, I just need to, okay, yeah. Money was involved, big time money is involved. The ninth house, and of course 8th house talks about, you know, see, 9th house is disgrace, legacy, degradation, murder, insult, you know, long-term finances. So, which is legacy type of things, right? So a lot of big money has been involved in this. So it's not that he was the only one who was utilizing these or trafficking these women for his own insidious whatever. But I bet you there's big money involved in this. For favors received. What else do I need to know about Kevin Russell Mullins? These cards. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Money is coming up now. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, these two want to come out. King of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So whatever action this, what's his name? Whatever action the sheriff took, it was quick. It was not like I'm going to plan, I'm going to sit and I'm going to premeditate it and all that. It's like literally within a couple of hours it was like, no dude, this, I'm not going to let this son of a gun get away with it. But I will also say that this judge had plans of moving away. He really did have plans of moving away. So moving away home, moving away from this career, he absolutely was looking at moving away. He was waiting to make a decision and he waited too long. Did he have the finances to be able to sustain himself for a few? He absolutely did. Then you have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. So Page of Wands is saying, yeah, he did absolutely have opportunities. But Page of Swords saying those opportunities were offered to him with certain caveats. Because of all the gossip that was going on even within the offices of the court and the police system. So, you know how news gets around, right? Bunny, your fur is again on my face. Where? Okay, so, you know, there's no smoke without fire. So, those were offered to him with certain caveats. It's like, you know what. Anyway, moving on. So King of Wands and then Eight of Wands. So I'm going to say this guy, King of Wands, and Sean Mickey Steins is actually November 30th. He's a Sagittarius, King of Wands energy. He took action fast like that. He's like, we're done. It came fast. It was fast. Decision made. I'm not going to say it was spur of the moment. Neither am I going to say it was premeditated. But from the moment something popped up in his head, or something he might have seen or heard or read or come to know, it was, this is it. This can't go on. Okay? So let's move on now to Sean Mickey Steins, November 30th, 1980. He has the 5th house and the 7th house. So let's take a look. So for him, 5th house is speculation. 5th house, okay, you're going to be surprised. So let's look at this. 5th house is children. Okay, it is past life karmas. It is discriminating, having the discriminating capacity to be discriminating in a good way. It talks about change, dynamic energy, okay, charitable deeds, learning, counseling, lottery also, but that's different. So 5th house, and if he's a Sagittarian, what is his 5th house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th house is Aries. He's got a lot of that Martian energy. And 7th house, what is 7th house? 7th house talks about partnerships, right? Contracts, relationships, death, marriage, litigation, recovery of lost properties. It's intuition, it's success or failure in partnerships. Partnerships don't have to be just marriage, or it could also be contractual relationships, which could be a job too. So there's a lot of speculation. This has definitely something to do with his child, because 5th house is children. So I don't know if something might have happened to his child, or he might have heard about somebody who he might have considered to be his child. So we figured out that for him the 5th house is Aries, 6th, 7th house is Gemini, that's Mercury, which is communication. So yeah, I mean, this was personal for the sheriff, man. I mean, see, sheriff, his sun is in Sag, moon is in Virgo, and by the way, when this fellow died, he died in Virgo season, okay? The judge died September 19. Is that Virgo season? Yeah, absolutely. And then Mercury and Venus in Scorpio and Mars in Capricorn. Let me take a look at this. I'm going to look at Western astrology now. When did he die? September 19, 2024, right? Oh, hell, this is 2020, no? Yeah, 25. I should keep all those printouts, but who knew? Hang on one second. Let me check September planets in September, 2024, September 2024. Hang on one second. Okay, we don't want to do that. So, okay, let's look at this. So September 2024, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune will be visible at the same time before sunrise. Okay, this time it was in Pluto, alright. Okay, this is what I should be looking at. So this is telling me, okay, let's look at this. August and September 2024. Venus is setting around 8 p.m. It's only visible. Okay, that's fine. Saturn has its opposition on September 7th. Okay, 7th, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, 12 days exactly, okay. Hang on everybody, Neptune 10 degrees east of Saturn. This guy was fucked, man. Mars is rising. Oh man, Jupiter and Taurus gets passed by. Wow, okay, that's, see, I won't delve too much into it because then we'll be here all day, but for both of them, including the sheriff, including Sheriff and Kevin, both of them, the times where, one is to eliminate, the other is to be eliminated. I mean, if you look at both the charts, absolutely, I mean, this is fated to happen. Debbie has a question. Hang on to your questions, Debbie, and everybody. Where are the local businessmen involved? I'll answer your questions. Let me finish doing this for Sean, Mickey, Stein. So definitely 5th house and 7th house. 5th house is children, 7th house is contractual relationships. So think about that for a second. So I bet you he must have found out something about his loved one or his child. And that is probably what has triggered him out. It's ridiculous. I mean, Scorpio. Okay, Stein's, his moon and Venus is in Scorpio. Air and Libra, justice, wanting balance. Wanting balance. It's like, enough of this bullshit. Enough is enough. This is too much. This is too much. Fifth house is also speculation. Keep that in mind. So, the Magician. I'm going to take this guy. Justice. Oh my God. And the Empress. Look, y'all. I have to be very careful how I phrase it. But I don't know, because there are a lot of innocent people. We have to be respectful, and they are victims. We have to be respectful of them too, because nobody under the sun should be abused in this way anyway. But particularly children, it's absolutely unacceptable, and particularly the vulnerable. Okay, fine, you're in jail for, I don't know, whatever you did. You smoked too much weed, you did whatever the heck you did, traffic violation, you're a drunk, you're a this, you're a that. But that doesn't mean, just because you're in jail, that it's okay to physically and sexually molest you. It's not, under any circumstances, right? So that's my opinion. They're in jail for something else doesn't mean that it's permissible to molest them. It's not, absolutely not. So let's get back to this guy. He's got Scorpio, the Magician. He's got the Air card. He's got 7th house again. He's got Justice. He's got Libra, and he's got the Empress. So for him, the 12th house. For this guy, it was a done deal. It's like speculation and something to do with his child. That's absolutely. So I don't know if he might have found out that this guy was trying something funny with the child, or something, but there is speculation about that, and that is proven. That's all I can say. So that is probably what triggered him and kind of pushed him overboard. Very unfortunate. Queen of Wands, the Death card. Then you have King of Cups in the reverse. He completely shut down his emotions. He's like, this is it. I'm going to take action. Then you have Knight of Wands. Then he has the Wheel of Fortune. Y'all, this is like crazy. This is absolutely freaking crazy. But okay, let's pull out all the cards. We get this guy. 9 of Swords. Page of Wands. 4 of Wands. I'm going to leave these two here. Then he's got the Strength card. Let's do this. Ace of Wands. 2 of Swords. I'm going to take these two guys because they want to come out. 10 of Swords. The Emperor. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Because his 5th house is the Emperor's. Okay, let me do. 1, 2, 3, 5. These two don't want to get disengaged. Y'all, this is a little bit more deeper than what I thought. This is a little bit crazy. No, y'all, this fellow, this judge, the reason why the sheriff went off in this craze is because there's something to do with his child. And I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to in any way, shape or form jeopardize the mental health and whatever of the child, because I don't even know, like, whatever, but that speculation about that is justified. Not justified, it is legit. So he's got the Scorpio and the Magician to 12th house. It's like now or never. Now, he knew very well that he would be entangled, incarcerated and all that, but he's like, I have to take control. I have to do this. The sheriff very much knew. Of course he would know. He's in the police department. He would know. Very much was cognizant of the fact that, he had to do something, because again, Scorpio here, the card itself, the numeric Scorpio in the zodiac is the 8th house, but him being a Sagittarius, Scorpio is the 12th house, right? And then you have the Magician. Magician is, as we all know, somebody is Mercury, somebody who has the capability of creating something, right, of power, of whatever. Then you have the Air and Justice. Justice is 8th house. Air here, the number 7, which is contractual relationships. Then 7 is Libra, which is again, oh my God. And the High Priest and the Empress 3, number 3, communication. Look, mental inclinations, profession. See, this is something that it wasn't premeditated, it was a spur of the moment. He found out something and he's like, let me verify it, and he might have gone there just to confront him, okay? He might have gone to that judge's office to confront him, but things escalated and it was like done. For him, his intention, he didn't go there with the intention of, I'm just going to go there, open the door and off him. I'm going to go there with the intention of confronting him and scaring him and getting some information out of him, because he's very much concerned about the speculation that's going on with the child. And his goal was to intimidate him and get him to confess or say something. Okay? But it was like, he might have said, fuck you or whatever, and this guy must have said, oh, you want to say that to me? Let me show you. I think that's how it went. Queen of Wands and the Death card over here, which is against Scorpio, it's very unfortunate, but having that self-confidence and feistiness to actually take action, I'm going to say this guy definitely did have it, and he did it from an emotional perspective. What do I mean? Was he emotional? He was a little bit emotional, but he also did it because of his affections, of his relationship to obviously his child. And he was like, yeah, this needs to end now. So Knight of Cups in the reverse, that to me is telling me that he had to completely, yes, it was an emotional thing for him, but he had to completely, after it was done, it was completely block off, like completely shut down. Emotionally, he was shut down completely. Then you have the Knight of Wands. Again, some information that might have come to light, but was also stopped from leaking out. Then you have the Nine of Swords. I do believe the sheriff might have felt like he was very stressed, lot of sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, a little bit of depression. And you have the Page of Wands. See, he went there with the intention of, and you have the anchor and the thing, he went there with the intention of, just going to show you the cards, with the intention, I did show you the cards, right? He went there with the intention of scaring him. And this has everything to do with the child. I'm just going to say Four of Wands. Doesn't this look like a court building? Some sort of official building, and you have the bee. So there's a lot of buzzing around, lot of the way he walked in there and whatever, immediately people must have felt that something was off, okay? And there's been a lot of talk going on within that department, that building, that whatever. The Strength card, he is like, I did it. It's in plain sight. He's emotionally shut down, but I have the strength to see this through. I have the strength to see this through. I'm going to see it through. It's done, and I want to see this shut down. Then you have the Ace of Wands. Absolutely took control to move. He said, in his opinion, if he didn't do this would go on. Lord knows how many other kids, how many other people would be affected by it. And then you have the Two of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Emperor card. My God, doesn't this actually look like the fucking judge? Doesn't it look like him at his office looking at his books? I mean, seriously. His regret is, I should have locked the office door. That's his regret. I should have locked the door. Well, too bad. Then you have the Ten of Swords, and then you have the Emperor card, which is his, for the sheriff, it's his 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth house. What I'm going to say is, I do believe the judge might have thought for a brief second, I may as well tell him everything, but I think the ego got the better of him, and if he had told him everything, I think he would have spared his life. But his ego got the better of him, and he basically must have said, fuck you. I don't know what the word said, what the audio was, I don't know. But Ten of Swords, yeah. This guy is like very much accepted the fact that he did what he did, but there's a sadness. There are people involved, y'all. There are other people involved. It's not just the judge. It's not just, there are other people involved. Absolutely other people are involved. See, there's somebody over here who actually is, I don't know, you have to look up the different businesses that are there in that particular city or state. When you say red is a predominant color, immediately people will be like, oh, is it the fire department? Well, it could be, but again, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. But the prison guard, absolutely, the jailer or whatever, was very much involved in this, in the sense they knew what was going on and they chose to turn a blind eye. But if there's any business over there, hang on, we have X as in Xmas, 5 and 7, so maybe 57 or 75. Oh, Deb, there you go. We have H as in Harry, and the number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Then we have the number 5 again. And then we have 0. Okay, so X, 5, 7, 5 again, H, 0, 3. Somebody with red is the predominant color of the business, and this is a fairly portly gentleman who likes to keep his face covered. So I don't know if this is a gentleman who likes to wear his hat often, or he's got some sort of an issue with his face, rosacea, whatever. Very unfortunate. I am like, yeah, I mean, you're a sexual offender, like, in being in the position of power, you took advantage of all these people and did all this, but then touching children is a whole nother ball game. It's like, dude, like I am like, whatever. Not okay, absolutely. Very emotional. Very emotional. His whole life has changed, the sheriff. See, he's very saddened, but then again, he's like, I had to do it. Nobody else would have done it. I had to do it. We have the Nine of Wands, the King of Coins. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Knight of Coins. Lot of money, y'all. Lot of money, and the Empress. Look, absolutely, there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of like, I didn't mean to actually kill him. I meant to threaten him. I meant to scare him into telling me the truth, but he didn't. And he must have said, fuck you. You can't do anything. You can't touch me, or something like that must have happened, and this guy pulled the trigger. But there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of grief, a lot of apprehension. He's also very concerned about the finances and how he's going to be able to afford the finances to fight this case. And Five of Swords, as we know, is a very contentious energy, very, very contentious energy, right? It talks about violence and abuse and theft and all that. Then you have the Knight of Coins. So Knight of Coins is a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. And then you have the Empress. Empress is ruled by Venus. It talks about abundance. It talks about security. I'm going to say for this guy, he has to stay strong, because I feel that if things will work out for him. Am I going to say that he's going to walk out of prison, walk out of this a free man, and they'll be like, oh, it's okay, slap on the wrist, you go home? No, it's not going to be like that. But I do believe he may end up 5 to 7 years type of a situation, maybe even 10 years. But he's going to have a lot of help, and he doesn't have to worry about how he's going to fund all of this, and the court case and all of the legalities and all of the stuff that goes on with it. He's going to be fine. But is he going to serve time? Yes, he's going to serve time. Is he going to be put away for life in prison? I don't think so, because there's a lot I'm going to watch this case. I really do watch it. My Max, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long, long time. Good to see you here. But I do believe that for the most part, this case is going to be very, very interesting. There's a lot more people that are going to pop out in this case. There's a lot more information that's going to pop out. And they're going to try their very best to keep it quiet, because they don't want the innocent people's identities to come out. But I do believe there's going to be a kind of a slip up, and somebody's purposely going to leak some names out. That is what I see happening. Okay, what questions do you have? The worst thing that I think about this is, it's almost like he trafficked, he trafficked these women to other people as well. That's the part that I'm like, dude, no man, no, that's unacceptable, totally unacceptable. So that to me is like, no. No questions? No questions? All right. Oh, my personal readings, Connie, they're live. So what happens is, you can go onto my website. I'll just type it out here. tarot1123.com. If you go there, it'll give you a list of all the different kind of readings I do, the amount, the money, yada yada, whatever. And once you make the payment, I get notification. And let's say you wanted September 6th at 8 o'clock in the morning. I cannot guarantee that because, I mean, although my calendar may show open, I cannot guarantee that. But typically what I do is, if I'm free, I'll do it. If I'm not, I'll say, hey, these are the other dates and times I have availability. You pick what suits your convenience, and then I will send you a Zoom link, and we do it real time over Zoom. There's nothing I do in advance. You don't even have to, your questions and all of that. You can hold on to your questions until we actually start the thing, and then you can real time. I don't pre-prep, I don't record, I don't. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Ellen, thank you. How are you doing, Ellen? She sent 10 Real Tarot gift membership. Oh my God. Linda Jane, Nancy, Katie, Pixie Dust, Lislot Nils. I have to find a badge for it. Let me type it out here. Thank you, Ellen. Oh my God. I can't. This is the third time she's doing it, right? Second or third time. Thank you so much, Ellen. I so appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm just blown away. So, oh my God, Ellen, you are just too generous. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. So appreciate it. And to all those people who have gotten this membership, welcome. Tune in every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's Texas time, and every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's Texas time. So Wednesdays is typically exclusively for members only, and then Fridays I do it for general. But today, because of the subject that I'm reading, I decided to open it for everybody because I think people might be interested. So I so appreciate it. Thank you, Ellen, for your generosity. Really, thank you so much. So Lisa Hogan, Katie Dubé, Goddess Isis 3, Purple Drank, Lislot Nilsson, Connie, Pixie Dust, Nancy, Linda Jane, welcome. So Connie, did you, I hope I answered your question with regards to my readings, etc. So join in next Wednesday also. Please, those of you who have become members, don't lose the opportunity to tune in on Wednesdays, particularly because Wednesdays is going to be exclusively for members. Today, yes, I made an exception because of the case I'm reading for. And because it's going to be for members only, and only members can view that, and only members can comment and chat, I answer personal questions too, if time permitting. So thank you, Ellen, for your support and helping me grow this channel. I so appreciate you, and of course my other viewers as well. So let's take a look and see. Let's take a look and see. Don't whine, baby. I'm going to be here for a little bit. You have to wait. You just went for a nice walk before we came in here. Lay down and chill. Okay. I want to do a couple reading, not couple readings, couple cards for, I don't know whether it's a girl or a boy or whatever, that Sean Mickey Steins. I'm just going to do something, pull some cards for his daughter. Let's see, I assume it's a daughter. Let's just pull some cards for her. I don't know her name, I don't know her date of birth, nothing, but Mars, right out of the bat. Bernie, do you want to go outside? Followed by, oh my God, see, this is leading me to a different, if you all know what, those who know when these cards come out, it also signifies. Let me preface this by saying this is for entertainment only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. This is telling me that there is a high chance that there could be some sort of a, oh, I'm so afraid to even use those words. This popped out. This is the Four of Pentacles, then the Ace of Cups. Empress card also sometimes signifies, yes, abundance, and it also signifies pregnancy. So, Ten of Pentacles, y'all, this is, yeah, why did I even do this? Damn it, I shouldn't have. It's like opening this freaking can of worms. The Tower card, and then the Hangman, and these two wanted to come back. The Page of Wands and the Justice card. Look, this guy is, here's the thing. Was justice served to the judge? In a way, yes. In a way, I wish he was alive because he could have served time in prison. That would have been better, right? Let him rot in prison. But I think there's a lot of information that's going to come out in the wash, and because of that information, I think the sheriff's sentence might be much. I feel, it's just, I don't know, man. Freaking shit. I can't with these nasty bastards doing all this nasty stuff to kids. It's just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. Okay. So if you all have no questions, then we can stop this and pick it up another time. Any questions regarding this case? Somebody donated $10. Who is that? Oh, Ellen. Oh, sent 10 the real. Okay, gift memberships. Okay. Thank you, Ellen. Again, so appreciated. Any questions you all have for me? Otherwise, we'll shut it down and we'll pick it up again, because this is not the last of this case we're going to hear. Absolutely not the last of this case. I'm actually rooting for the sheriff to come out of this. Like, I don't like. Wouldn't you do everything in your power to protect your children, right? So I'm going to call it a night. We will stop this at this time. Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate y'all. The rumor is he pled insanity. Maybe he will. Oh, he did plead insanity. Well, I don't know. Well, if those rumors about somehow somebody doing something or hurting his family member were true, then that's another thing, right? So don't know. But if you all have no questions, I'm going to end this live now, and come back and join me on Friday. On Friday I will do another case, of course, and then we can come around and look at this case and see if there's anything that pops up. This is not the last of it. But I will tell you, based on what I was able to pick up in terms of, energetically, the judge was very surprised that his life was taken, like very surprised. He was not expecting to, he was shot, right? He was trying to hide under the desk or whatever. But when he actually passed, when his soul left his body, it's almost like shocked. Like, oh shit, I didn't expect this to happen. Like, not accepting of the fact that he is no more in the physical world. So, Too bad, dude. I mean, did he deserve it? In my opinion, yes, he did. I mean, he misused his power, his position in such a heinous way, and why should we have any sympathy or empathy for him? Nothing. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much. Blessed be to y'all. Okay. Have a great rest of the week. We will catch up again on Friday, 6:30 Central Standard Time. That's Texas time. All right, take care. Bye for now. All right.